rolling up.
These are things that people probably do not know until it's too late.
What?
Or
It's
actually,
Easter. It's Easter.
true, it is Easter when we're filming this. This won't be going up until not this weekend, but next weekend. So these are the top 5 things you should know before buying your first car. And actually, a lot of people don't know that they should be doing these things. And actually, it can end up hurting you and your vehicle if you don't know these things beforehand. And we're going to be ranking these in a list of what we feel you should know before buying your first car. The top 5, going from 5 down to number 1, being you should know to do this. And you actually won't believe what is number 1 on this list. So, starting at number 5.
What's number 5? I forgot. Oh, okay. Yeah, I got it now.
I've got a list on the whiteboard.
Yeah.
So,
Cheat sheet, homie.
yeah.
Invest in one. School. So the first thing is research the vehicle that you want. Like, you know,
If you see a vehicle you want out in public, research what it is. Research the pros and cons, but also make sure that you separate want from need. What I mean when I say separating want from need, if you're purely buying a vehicle because you feel I need a vehicle to get me to and from work or to and from school, obviously you wouldn't go for the most expensive top of the line vehicle or whatever. That is a need. If you want a vehicle that you feel proud of, that you feel proud of showing off to your friends and family, that you absolutely love, and it's not like necessarily a show off car or drift car or anything. It's just a car you're extremely proud of and want to show it off. That is a want. If you want to upgrade from a vehicle, um, for no practical reasons. So say if you have a work vehicle and you go, you know what, I'm doing more and more jobs. I work on a construction site. I need a bigger vehicle or ute. That is a need. So make sure you're separating want from need and research the vehicle you want, research the pros and cons, the problems that it's going to have, and how good the customer service within that particular brand. Say it's Toyota or Kia, one of those brands, make sure you research the brand as well. So that's number 5 is just research the car you want and separate want from need, and obviously just do all the research that comes with that.
So number 4, after you've done the research and all the computer shit, know your budget. Like, not everyone has the same budget, so
okay.
that's okay. Like, look at me.
Judge.
Look at me and her.
We have wildly different budgets.
My budget's like probably here, and her budget's probably here or here. I really don't know. But
I have to
yeah,
work 2 jobs to get a vehicle I want.
so
But that's a want, not a need.
know your budget and stick with it. It's okay to go like what, maybe like 100 over your budget.
Or even 200. If you know you can get that money
If
easily and it won't send you into debt, it won't leave you struggling, you can do it.
yeah, if it's closer to your base,
We're not saying go 10K over budget.
yeah, if it's closer to your base budget, that is okay.
Yeah. And when we say know your budget, we're also saying once you found the vehicle, not even the exact vehicle that you want, but the make and model. I keep forgetting about it. The make and model of the vehicle you want. You might want to reach out to different insurance companies like Shannon, Amy, NRMA, and just see what they would generally quote for that type of vehicle, like similar vehicles. And yeah, so pretty much when we say know your budget, we're including the upkeep. So a petrol will be taken, the mileage you would get out of the petrol. We're also saying yeah, maintenance, so services, parts that you may need. Mm. But also the insurance and especially the retro. So even maybe if you live in Canberra, hit up Access Canberra, or if you live in New South Wales, services New South Wales, and just see generally what rego would normally cost on a vehicle like it. That way you can stay within your budget and you can decide, knowing all your info ahead of time, if you can actually afford to go over budget on this particular vehicle or if you really need to save that money for these other parts. So that's what we all say within know your budget. Know the upfront amount that you would need, but also the money you would need each month or quarterly just to cover those things.
So the next one
Number 3.
is have an idea, like not an idea, but know what you're looking at.
Yeah.
So look at the oil, like even look at like Chris Fix It, shout him out.
Yeah, I
I
will have
watched
his
a lot
thing
of
in
him.
the description box and on text on the screen.
I watched a lot of him. He teaches you a lot of shit.
This is the first time I've heard of him. Not bad.
Really? Oh,
Yeah.
he's really popular. Um, yeah,
Apparently.
but or look up YouTube's, look up your car and go how to check the oil, how to check if it's bad, and then once you know that, go have a look at the car. Maybe bring a friend if your
Or a
friend,
family member if they know a bit more about cars than you do.
yeah, if your friend's mechanically lies,
McLean.
or
McLean.
yeah,
Mechanically inclined.
yes, or bring, or
A modern
bring,
family moment.
or bring a family if they know more than you. Trust me. Hey, at least I got a fucking fast car.
At least you helped you fix it.
He didn't even fucking help. My dad did it all.
I didn't. Oh.
No, my brother. We're talking about the white
Hi,
one.
BJ.
We're talking about the white one.
Yeah.
Yeah, he didn't fucking help.
Yeah.
He put one tie rod on. That's it.
I didn't mean for this to happen, BJ, and I'm not editing this
And he
out.
didn't even count the threads right. So my wheel was like this. And then my dad did it. And my dad did it perfectly because I put it on the liner and lined it. But like, still. But yeah, know what you're looking at. Check the oil. Bring a torch. Look for
Yeah.
rust.
Get
Look.
on the ground and look at it.
Yeah.
You look like an idiot. Just know what you're looking at.
Yeah.
Research. This may take more time,
This is
but
why
research.
we said research.
Yeah.
Like, say you looked at Toyota and they go,
Then
oh
you want to
yeah,
look at a Hilux.
yeah, and say, oh, the wheel bearings always go. You'll go get down. You'll shake the
You would look
shaft.
at a couple videos and some things
You'll
online to go, how can you tell if the wheel bearing's bad or how
yeah,
to tell if it's about to go. And
and
then you
then
would look for those specific things.
you
Even if you need to take
take
a screenshot on your phone of what a bad one would look like versus a good one, just so you have a point of reference when you're actually looking at it.
or you take your tool or your hand. You just shake the shit out of it. And you'll find it. But like, yeah, know what you're looking at. Family,
Yeah.
friends, just whatever you feel comfortable doing,
Yeah.
do it. It's okay to take that extra step.
You
The
should take that extra step. You're spending quite a bit,
yeah,
presumably quite a bit of money on this vehicle. Or not even. If it's your first vehicle, it might be a shit box, but it's always good to take these precautions.
yeah. Like me, I took my brother and my dad with my first card. No,
Yeah, your poor guy.
no, this is my second. That's my second car. My
Yeah.
first car, my dad got me because I was looking, but I couldn't find any. So my dad's like, "Here, have this."
Yeah.
But
But the first car you bought yourself,
yeah,
the
by
first car
myself. Yeah,
you took your dad and your brother.
yeah. I took my dad and my brother because they knew a lot about cars.
Well, they're both mechanics.
Yeah, and it was actually good
And it's a bonding
purchase.
experience too.
It was a good purchase, and I was like, I'm actually happy, and I got rid of it. And you,
He's still
that's
mad at
another
me.
story for another day. Um, so number two pretty much leans onto number three. If you have a mechanic phone number, uh, and you're close to him or he's working, ring him.
Yeah.
Go,
Do this anytime you buy a vehicle, especially with your
yeah,
first one, even if it's brand new. Always take it to a mechanic just so they can check things on you
yeah.
because there are things you are going to miss.
So they can either do the service or whatever. And this leans on to number three. Check the logbook because that means if they've taken care of it, the mechanic will put a stamp in the book, and then you can see
When it was recently
when
serviced.
it was
Research.
recently serviced because they put a date, stamp, and then who it was by,
Yeah.
either the mechanic or
The shop.
the shop name.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, even if it's
that
brand new,
that's good.
take it to a
Yeah,
mechanic.
Even if it's brand spanking new,
Yeah.
not from a dealership, because
No, even then I would, just because some dealerships are known to be a bit
your
dodgy.
your mechanic, yeah, not the dealership's
Yeah,
mechanic, your
take it to your
mechanic.
mechanic. It's
It's
just a safety
always good.
precaution.
Yeah, but
That's just
yeah,
how we feel.
even if you're going to buy a car, bring your mechanic and go, look, I want to buy this Corolla. What should I look out for? And your
And
mechanic either goes
this, or actually
this
nothing.
or, you know, what is it like? You can just tell him and he can either work it out in his head or he goes, look,
We'll wait for you have to
look,
bring it in
send me a photo and I'll get back to you. Like,
within a day.
yeah. So
If you're really lucky though, sometimes when you could they let you take the car for the test drive, not always with a salesperson. Sometimes the dealerships are okay with you taking it to a mechanic because they always just go, well, we seem more fishy if we deny letting them do it, but also it will just prove that the car's good. So if you're lucky enough, when you take the vehicle for a test drive, just swing by your mechanic, give them a heads up, and go, hey, I'm thinking about going and looking at the car, say on Friday, that you bring them on Monday, and you say, I'm gonna go take the car for a test drive on Friday. Is it okay if I swing it by your work and you just check it over very quickly? Sit for a couple minutes and then let me know if it's all good. Most of the time, they're okay with it. Always ask the dealership and the mechanic first, just because um, some dealerships have to be way more careful with what vehicle they're being driven with, especially if they're high end, because any scrapes, any extra kilometers, if it's more than like a certain amount of kilometers, they can get in a lot of trouble for it. So always double check, but most of the time they will be okay with you taking it to an external mechanic because they think this person's really serious about buying this car. They're doing their own mechanical check on it. But yeah, that's just my recommendation, his recommendation.
sorry if this video is like very jumbled. It's just a very quick late night filming we
Yeah,
decided to
and
do.
we wanted to do this, and this is stuff you wish well, you kind of knew
I
it, but you
did,
wish
but
you had a video going through these 5 things first.
yeah, it's better to do these steps, not
Yeah,
skip a whole lot. But
like we always do with
Brum
ADHD, they like jump in first.
Brumby.
Hey, that Brumby is a beast, but it had taken a lot of work, but it was good.
But I made it mine.
Yeah, we'll have all the Brumby videos tagged up the top here, or like add cards so you can watch them because
I
they're
don't
so
know,
good.
somewhere where my hand will be.
Yeah, shameless plug, but we are quite proud of how that's coming and editing it. But yeah,
Yeah. Now the
the
number
one you
one,
won't believe.
the
Number
number
one.
one you won't even believe. Like I do it till this day. You do it till this day.
I don't,
And it's
I don't
not
see.
even our first cars. Like,
Well, technically
well,
that one's mine,
it's your first car,
but I am buying a new vehicle
but
soon.
I do it in like every car
Yeah,
I own.
you do it in my car sometimes.
It depends. Left or right. Um, it's to have fun in your ride. So if when you buy it, you've done the mechanical, you've done everything,
You've gotten used to driving it,
you've gone home, shown your family, shown your girlfriend or boyfriend, um,
or both. We don't judge.
or bros, yeah, and you go boom, boom. This is what it is. It's Corolla. Go,
Some of the older cars.
yeah. The Coronas do. Type up Corona. There's Toya Corona.
Well, I'm thinking about it a bit
Yeah,
now.
me too.
You knew that was gonna happen.
I worked on it. Not the beer, the Toya. But
That
yeah.
way, that's not beauty.
But once you buy it, it's all done, mechanically checked and sound. All is good and ready. Have fun. Go drive to if you live in Canberra. Go to Batemans Bay or go up to Mount
Mountain.
Ainslie,
Or Black Mountain even.
Bang Mountain. Um, yeah, that's Mount Ainslie.
No, I thought Black Mountain was Buck Mountain and then Black. No. I thought Mount Ainsley was Buck Mountain
It
and then
is.
Black Mountain was Bone Mountain because it,
Kinda is.
yeah, Bone like it means
But
the same
but
thing, but
Black Mountain is like, Weed Mountain. But like, yeah.
hey, leave my phone alone.
Yeah, but it's to have fun. Go for a drive. Even what I did with my first car, legit, I took it for a drive and I got lost. Like I got lost in Canberra, it was mainly Casey, because I had no idea what Casey was. So I got lost in Casey. And then I found my way home.
Hey,
Like,
it's Canberra. Take 3 right turns, you'll probably end up on a main road.
like waste a day of driving. Or go pick your friends up, go do something. Like, have fun in your car. Like, I still do it to this day. I go to work and have fun in my car. But like, have fun.
But be safe while having
Yeah.
fun.
Be safe.
For
Don't
legal purposes, we have to say that.
don't be a complete asshole on the road like some. Just but have I'm not looking at you. I'm
No,
looking
I was talking about you with my eyes.
Yeah, true.
You fun bub blinking.
But yeah, have fun. Drive it. Don't let it sit in the garage collecting dust because that's not what it's for. For you to drive, you to go to school, work, Pornhub, I don't know, to the park. I don't fucking know what you do.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Go for that drive. Take that family member. Take that friend with you. Cars. Everyone always had that funny story or that precious memory from their first car. What was that memory for you? Like your funniest story or your most memorable moment in your first car?
the memorable moment that just comes to mind.
Yeah. You knew a guy coming up fucking the Clyde.
Well, actually, two. One, me and my friend went down to Bateman's Bay. It was to get fish and chips. I don't know. I just went down to the bay. And then we came back up. Yeah, it was to get fish and chips. It
Are you
was
still fun for that person?
no. Um.
I'm calling about everything.
So we came back up, and it was foggy, and my back end was starting to swing out, and I was like, "Oh no!"
Oh
And then my friend
no.
was like, "What?" And I'm like, "Hmm."
We're
And then
spinning out.
instead of freaking out, I just stood on the brakes, ripped the handbrake because it was front wheel drive, and the
On the
car.
Clyde. If you don't know what a Clyde is, pause the video.
Look it up.
Yeah. That shit is dangerous.
It's a mountain to drive on, but like, yeah, I pretty much pulled the hand. I shouldn't have, but like I pulled the handbrake, and the car just turned around and was facing the opposite way, and I was like, reverse, and then drive off. And there was no guardrails, no nothing. It was just
Straight
there,
drop.
and I was like, eh.
We could have died.
So I drove off, pulled over to like where it
Calm your
was a
nerves.
safe pull over spot off the road, put my hazards on, and just went, holy shit,
I could have died.
I could have died.
But then you being so calm in that moment and just going through the motions is probably the reason you stayed alive. If you had freaked out, if you had tried to overcorrect, if you had slammed
Well,
any harder on the brakes, you probably would have gone.
well, technically, like I felt my car, like my back end swing, so I turned my steering wheel, powered out of it, and then yeah.
We're filming.
What's
If
up,
it's good, you
homie?
can pop in. I'll edit it out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wait, Corey, call Willow.
Hello. No,
That
just
was my puppy.
showed her ass. Yeah, but pretty much it was just me feeling my back end. I went the other way because I was going like that. So instead of just going with it, I went the other way, powered out of it, and then my back just flung the other way,
I didn't even realize it.
flung the other. I heard it today with the beamer wheel. I flung it the other way, and that's why I was facing the other way. The other one was I did a roundabout in the same car, roundabout, foggy morning. No
Oh,
one
wow.
was on the road, so I was like, oh, just a little bit, and then I gave it a little bit, and then the back end swung out. Don't do it in wagons. I have a bad feeling that the arse end swings out in them.
So your most memorable impressions or funny stories from your first college? Two near-death experiences?
Yes.
Fair enough. Would we be car people if we didn't just laugh off near-death experiences?
When I bought the Hawkeye, my memorable moment was I bought it, and then I went to go see you when I bought it, and then
Oh, we'd only been dating for like
yeah,
a month.
I bought it, I washed it and cleaned it and everything, and then the next day I think was it the next day or was
No,
it
it was
the
the
same
same
day?
day because you
Oh,
messaged me and said, "Can I come and see you? I can't hang for long, but I really want to show you something." And my mom saw you pull up the street, and she's like, "He hasn't got a new car." But he had told me he was looking at a blue Mazda.
two,
And mom sees
yeah,
this silver Subaru, and
Mazda
he's
3
like,
I
she
think.
said he kept his fucking wagon. And I'm like, that ain't a fucking wagon.
Yeah, I pulled up same color, a 2006 Subaru Impreza,
Versus a
sedan,
silver 1998,
1996
96 wagon
wagon.
Impreza.
Yeah, pretty mean. And then I was like, and she was like,
I
oh,
actually had the worst day at work, and just seeing how happy he was made me so happy.
yeah. But that's my memorable moment. Do you want to say one memorable moment for your car?
Cool.
Um,
One of them was when um you and Taylor were hanging out
yeah,
one day.
that's the one I was thinking about as well.
Yeah, and we were just like eating food, and listening to music, talking in my car, and she had just gotten some pretty amazing news earlier that night, actually, and we got to be there and witness it. And this was back last year. Oh my god, freaky! And we just had the best night, just talking, listening to music. I was in quite a bit of pain, but I was still so happy for her. And I remember we were just going to a different like fucking playground and fucking around on the playground, and I still have the videos on my phone of all three of us trying to work it out on the thing. But that's one of my favorite moments because we actually got to be there with my best friend when she got that amazing news. And like I just randomly look back at that night and I'm like that was one of the best nights in terms of all three of us hanging out in my car and just like the news she had gotten.
Oh, I was thinking about the one where we went up to Mount Ainsley
Oh, and we did that photo shoot.
and we did that photo shoot. You had Taylor. I went up,
Yeah.
and then no, it was Black Mountain. It was like the last corner.
Oh my god, I freaked her
Yeah, it
out.
was the last corner. I took it sharp like I always do, and then
You
she was behind me. You just hear this little,
And
like
I'm just there
a
like,
little power slide, and Taylor's like,
no, she didn't do that. She just hung on. She's like, ah. And I'm just there like, haven't done
and
that in a
I
while.
was like, what was that? Oh, it's like
If me,
outside. Yeah,
me.
but
That was
that
my best moment.
that
There's two of my
is
memories.
that is number one. Have fun.
Yeah,
Be responsible.
yeah.
Ish. So yeah.
So
Hope
that's what we meant by you wouldn't believe number one.
hope you like this video.
Make sure to hit that like and subscribe button and comment down below some of your most memorable moments from your first vehicle or if this is your first time buying a vehicle. We always like hearing your stories and, we will comment back and we like getting to know all of you and
Yeah.
let's keep this a positive and safe place to learn about cars.
Funny.
Bye guys.
I see her rolling up.
Welcome to CC Power. I'm Corey,
I'm Cheyenne.
and we are going to be telling you something that you need to know, and you would not believe what's at number one.
We're a little bit out of practice because we had to schedule a little bit of content ahead of time because we went away. So this seems a bit weird and out of practice because we are out of practice.
And weird. Okay, so number five, I'll go first. Number five, not everyone's going to be natural behind the wheel. I was a nervous wreck. Were you a nervous wreck?
Not really, but I was. Here's the thing: I grew up around truck drivers, friends with mechanics,
Same.
and I think I was just so excited for us as an only child, your parents are so focused on you. So I was looking forward to that sense of freedom and not. I'm sure the only child can relate. If you're an only child, please tell me if you relate. Your parents are on you about everything, but when you first learn to drive, you get that sense of freedom, and it's almost as if you have a sibling to push the attention
Yeah.
off on it.
Well, I was nervous because only when I went on the roads. When I was driving by myself with no one,
Oh
I
yeah,
was
because you're
fine.
so worried about what if I freak someone else out? What if I cause an accident? What if they think I'm a fuckwit?
Yeah. But don't be nervous. Not
I
everyone.
mean, you can be nervous. That's the
Yeah.
whole point.
Yeah.
It's
'Cause-
okay,
yeah.
just be safe.
Because you're learning.
Yeah.
If I didn't say, we're going to be teaching you 5 things you need to know.
Before you drive for the
Before you
very
drive.
first time.
That's a perfect
Or
little
things we
intro.
wish that people had told us.
Yes.
And you wish someone had said to you, you're not going to be a natural, you're going to feel nervous, and that's okay.
And that's what we're saying to you. You're going to be okay. It's okay to be nervous.
I mean,
Everyone is.
I had that
Mostly everyone.
moment when I was learning to drive and everyone was like, oh, you're not nervous. And I was like, no, I'm not nervous. And everyone made it seem like such a weird thing. So if you're like me and you're natural, it is okay to be a natural at driving and be okay with it. Each to their own. But I had friends that made me seem like I was a nut job because I was nervous. So I started thinking there was something wrong with me because I was completely fine. And you know, my mom, she took me driving around a car park the first time. You should always do that. And the second time we went for the driving lesson, she went, fuck it, I'm bored. Let's go on the road. And I was like, oh, Mom, I'm 16. Should we be going on the road? And she goes, yeah, go on the road. And I was like, oh, okay, I guess. What about you? What happened when you first learned to drive?
I was driving with my dad. He's a mechanic, truck driver. Yeah. Hard to impress. But
Hey, leave your dad alone. Your dad's awesome. If you're watching this, John, you're awesome.
But yeah. We just drove around Casey when it was getting built. They had the roads done but no buildings.
Casey. Oh, you mean Taylor.
Taylor, that's
Casey was
it.
getting built when we would have been in primary school.
Taylor.
I
that's
used to
it.
live around there, whereas he didn't.
But yeah. So that's what I did. Drove around, just getting a handle of the car before I went to Manuel. She doesn't know John Manuel.
I do.
Okay. Question 4.
Okay, coming in at number 4. Learn or figure out what you want to learn to drive, what you want to own within reason. When I say within reason, if your family only own autos or manuals, you may need to just suck it up and learn in one of those. It is a little bit unreasonable to expect a family member to go out and buy another vehicle just for you to learn, because they may only be able to drive autos. I want to say only drive manual, but if you can drive manual, you can drive anything. Which is why we recommend learning manual first, because if I had learned manual at 16 and 9 months, 16 and 9 months or 15? 16.
16 and 9 months.
Yep. It's been so long since we did it that I get confused. Anyways, learning at 16, yes, you will get nervous, but it would have been so much easier because now at 21, almost 22, okay, I'm doing good learning, but I'm also fucking up more because I'm so set in my habits. So, learn what you want to drive, or figure out what you want to learn to drive, and just stick with it. I will say, don't just make the decision on a whim. Think about it a little bit. Think about vehicles you may want to own in the future, things you want to do for jobs, and possibly activities you like doing. So if you want to go 4-wheel driving a lot, and you want to have a decent 4-wheel drive,
Buy Hilux. Or a Nissan Patrol. They're cool. I like them.
Navaros are good. They're better than fucking Holden Colorado. If you buy a Colorado, enjoy it breaking down every 5 kilometers.
I'm sorry that Navaros are not that good.
They're alright for 4-wheel driving because you don't give a fuck if you break them.
Because they're already broken in the
Exactly.
shed.
But yeah.
R.I.P. Navarro drivers.
But yeah, we recommend learning manual first, but to take all that into consideration, what you want to do in the future, and take that into consideration, hopefully you're in a position where you can learn either one of those. No judgment if you can't. But yeah, figure out when you want to learn to drive, also research the cost and everything, because I would you say this is a controversial opinion? Yes, we have an exciting announcement where we will talk more about our controversial opinions in the future. But for now, controversial opinion: do you think that manuals are actually cheaper than autos? It's a common conception or misconception, whichever side you fall. The manuals are cheaper to buy than autos because they don't make manuals anymore. I feel that manuals are getting more and more expensive because
Subaru made manuals. They're still making manuals.
Yeah. I feel they're getting more and more expensive because they're more like the sporty cars and the project cars that everyone wants because they're manuals. So I feel on that end of the spectrum they're becoming more expensive, especially classic cars. But
autos are more common.
They're good to drive.
Manuals are not so common. But auto gearboxes cost a lot more than manual.
Okay.
That's what I'm
So
looking
when coming
at.
to buy a second-hand car, do you feel it's more or less expensive buying an auto or manual based on your personal experience?
From the dealer, auto's gonna be expensive as heck.
Well, because most dealers only have autos. Certain dealers.
But they're thinking because autos are more hard to
damage.
Hey,
I know someone that fucked up the gearbox on an auto. It can be done.
They're more hard to service or maintain. Manuals are easy. So
easier.
So from the dealership, autos expensive, manuals cheaper. Second hand, autos cheaper, manuals expensive because they're the project sporty cars that everyone wants.
The classic cars. Okay, that's our controversial opinion out of the way. Comment down below and let us know your opinion on this subject, because I've heard so many people saying this. But yeah, so just figure out what you want to drive and go from there, and have fun learning to drive.
No? Yes. Number 3, let's go with that. Make sure, everything in the car. And what I mean by that is, know where the headlights are, know where the hazards, lights, hazards, fog lights, window wipers, washers, know everything inside the car, where the steering wheel is, know where the go pedal is, and the brake. And if you're in a manual, clutch and gear stick.
Hey, I only forgot the clutch maybe 5 times.
5 times?
Every single time when I parked.
Yeah, that's 5 times. But yeah, just know everything there is to know, because on your driving test they will ask you, and I got 3 things wrong because I had no idea what a Mazda had. I knew what Subarus were. I was dead on that, but 2005 they have a lot of lights. And buttons. I want to press all the buttons. What about you? Did your driving instructor ask you, or did your mom or daddy?
No, pretty much what it was my mom. She basically just wanted me to make sure that I knew where the hazards were, the lights, the wipers, fucking all that shit. I don't really think the driving instructor really asked me anything. Here's the thing, I did the logbooks game because I knew, because at that point I have really bad anxiety. I knew I would fuck up so hardcore on that one test. So I did the logbooks game. If you live in Australia, if you know, you know, sort of thing. I wonder if other countries have that. Let us know down below. Do other countries also have logbooks games? I'm very interested now, but I can't fuck Googling. I say with an open laptop.
We might Google it later.
But yeah, so we had the option with my driving instructor. He was so sweet. Turned out he actually used to work for my dad. He absolutely loved my dad, but he was so sweet. He didn't realize this until 3 lessons in, and he finally saw my dad in class, and he's like, I know you. And then Dad's like, yeah, you look familiar. I used to be your boss. My dad to him. But yeah, he was so sweet, and we did this thing where he could come and do the lessons in my car, because I felt more comfortable in my car. And I think he was very nervous, because he was like, oh, we're gonna get, mum or dad or me to reverse the car out of the garage because at 54 we had like the real steep driveway and mum used to park what was then her car in the garage. And so he says, oh, we're going to get someone to move it and then you'll reverse down the driveway. And mum's like, oh, she's very good, very confident at reversing out of the garage. And I swear she could just see the wheels in his head turning. But as soon as he got in the car and I reversed out of the garage, mum said she looked at him and saw the wheel turn back in his mind and he was like comfortable. So as soon as he did that and he kind of knew that I knew where everything was, because it was winter time, it was getting dark, so I knew where to like where everything, I wasn't freaking out, I was nervous, not nervous. So I think he was pretty good on that front. He did ask me a couple things, but I didn't think he ran through the full lift with me.
Yeah.
If I hadn't reversed perfectly out of the driveway, I think in the garage he may have been way more cautious about everything, but because he could see that I knew what I was doing, just had anxiety.
So, if you're having trouble knowing where everything is, get your parents or your guardian or your brother, your sister, whoever you can trap.
Your friends.
Exactly, whoever you can trap.
As long as they have their full license.
Yeah. Ask them. Like, they'll be happy to tell you.
Yeah, they may laugh at you at first, but they would rather you ask a stupid question and get an answer than you not know and freak out in the future.
And yeah, accident. So, and then if they go, like, that's where everything is, you can write a list and test yourself. Like, go in the car.
Do not turn it on.
Don't turn it on. Like,
have some common sense.
Look, turn the accessories on, but don't start the engine and start driving. Like,
and if you have to ask, how do I know if I started the engine? You should not be in a vehicle.
Yes. So, like, and then just test yourself. Just go.
Run through everything in your mind. Okay, the wipers are here, the lights are here.
Yeah, and then get the person you trap and go, lights, and they'll go, good job. Hazards, good job.
Yeah.
Butt spray, bad job. Heated seats.
Even something as simple as most cars on the driver's side door, they have the levers. I say levers, everyone says levers.
What, the door handles?
No, the actual thing on the floor, so you can pop the boot or pop the gas thing.
Pull the lever, Carl.
Yeah. No, but always know where those things are, because at some point you're going to need to, one, pop the boot, and at some point pop the gas cap and actually put gas in the car.
Half cars don't have it.
My car has it for the gas pump, but because it's a hatchback, it doesn't have it for the boot. Mum's car got it for both things.
Because you got the button on the boot.
Yeah, the
little button. Yeah.
The latch, yeah.
Some people have it on the keys.
Yeah, like Mum, she got it on the keys and also on the floor. But some cars have if you have a sedan, great way to know, if you have a sedan, which means that it's not fully open at the back, you will most likely have the lever next to the gas lever. Or
mainly some Japan cars.
Or on the keys. If you have a sedan, if you have a hatchback, you're only going to have to think for the gas.
Every car is different.
I'm just speaking on my experience with Lancers, Hiluxes, and Subarus.
Every car is different. Some are just push the cap.
Some are just fucked.
Yeah, but every car is different.
Commodore.
But yeah, know everything. Everything in the car. So gear stick, everything. That's number 3, is it?
Yeah.
Number 3.
Okay, this one kind of relates back to number 5, but in this term, even if you are natural in the car from the very first get-go, you still need to practice in every single condition, every type of road, every possible scenario you need to practice in. So whether you're a teenager who just wants to impress their parents by going that extra step, research places where you can go to drive. If you live in Canberra, like do the Cotter, Mulligan Flat. If you live near South Wales, obviously, if you live near Sydney, maybe the outskirts of Sydney, not in Sydney if you're a loner, but the outskirts. If you live closer to Canberra and Murrumbidgee, maybe try Murrumbidgee, yeah, Braidwood, all those places. Depending on where you are in Australia, obviously, just research places that you can possibly drive with different conditions, different roads, and other things around. It will impress your parents, because your parents will go, oh, you're really serious about learning, you're looking all this stuff up, we're proud of you. Even if you're an adult, and you just want to practice in every scenario, just look up places you can go. Because honestly, if you live in Canberra, I am fairly sure that the Cotter is one of the only places that actually has the concealed driveway sign.
Yeah.
Yeah,
In
so
Canberra,
you need to
yeah.
know concealed driveways. Yes, you should leave a fair amount of space between you and the car in front so you're not tailgating, which is also illegal and you can get booked for it if a highway patrol car sees you, and they're running around a lot more these days. Hoon activity.
Bastards.
But yeah, and you need to allow for more spaces because you may see someone with their indicator on and go, oh, there's no fucking road up here, and just think they've accidentally put it on when they haven't. They put it on because there's a driveway, so you've got to be careful with the concealed driveway sign, which is always everywhere in New South Wales. But I remember the first time I ever saw one. I actually didn't go driving out in Dakota when I was a learner. But the first time I saw the concealed driveway sign, I think we were heading to Sydney for the first time. For the Your Ball. We'll have that video tagged up the top so you'll see, but that was my first time driving to Sydney.
Fuck driving in Sydney. Oh!
And also, you know, you've got to be good driving on normal road, concrete road, is it? Like some of the older roads, like the old highway.
Oh, the old highway?
Yeah.
Yep, that's concrete.
Yeah.
Like, I don't
With
know
the
why.
random splits in it, but there's no pothole, just the splits. I would take the splits over a fucking pothole any day.
But the concrete's louder than asphalt.
Oh, well.
Concrete goes... My asphalt goes...
And dirt roads, pebbles, gravel, everything. You should know how to drive on all of it, but also
Dirt.
I used to love that dirt patch on Mulligan Flat.
And mud.
Yeah.
You're
Don't
gonna
get bogged.
Yeah, you're gonna get bogged.
Unless you know what to do, but also, even when you do know what to do, you will most likely get bogged.
Not on an all-wheel or a four-wheel, yeah. But not an
What do you got? All-wheel drive or four-wheel drive? As far as I'm concerned, when I turn the car on, all the wheels start spinning.
It's got 4 wheels.
And they all start spinning when I'm driving. My shitty Texas accent, but whatever.
But yeah, back
if you know that video.
Back to number 2. Yeah.
Rain, hail.
What is it?
Actually, don't drive in hail.
Yeah, just drive to the conditions. Like
yeah.
Every condition you can get.
Yeah, hot days, you need to learn aircon and shit. Don't be like me and go, fuck, that takes too much power from the engine. Stick your head out the window. I straight up said that to him when we first started dating before I had that bad reaction to heat.
You know windows cause drag, right? Like slow your car down.
Yeah, but the aircon in my car, and I don't know if it's just a thing with 2009 Lancers, but it slows down my car so much.
No, because you drive an auto.
It bucks with the brake. Everyone thinks I'm bucking with them. It bucks with my brake.
It shouldn't. If it does, your car is seriously wrong.
No, it just makes the brake feel different. Like, it makes everything feel different when I'm driving, so it takes longer for the car to slow down.
We're getting off topic. But number 2, drive the conditions.
Learn every condition you can drive in.
Okay, that's number 2. And
my
now...
car is not fucked.
It is. Now we're going to go to number 1.
Not fucked as either one of the Subarus.
And that's where I'm just going to stop the videos.
Oh wait, you sold one of the Subarus. It's all good. You only have one Subaru. Anyways, on to number 1.
Number 1! Crazy. Number 1. Have fun.
Huh?
I'm not saying... What? No?
That's not number 1.
What? Ah!
No, have fun was on our other video, which is linked in the card somewhere.
You need to be careful.
Don't be a dickhead.
Oh yeah, gee, thanks for being the most Aussiest person here.
You're welcome.
I love you too. What I mean be careful is don't hoon on your L's.
Don't be a cunt.
Or peeve.
I'm just looking at my work group chat before everyone thinks that I'm a ignorant bitch.
But what I mean be careful, I mean drive safe, drive to conditions on the road. Yes, I don't want to sound like the bastards called the police. But you know, I don't want to see people get in a car accident.
Well, they're two on your way home from work today.
Yeah.
It's scary seeing that many diaries and
I saw half a car, like, and the dude, he was okay, but like,
Well, that we know of right now. They'll
I,
probably post
he,
more updates
he
later.
was, I think he was talking to the cop or checking out with like anybody. I don't know, but yeah, what I'm saying, be
It's
careful.
still dry.
Drive to conditions on the road.
Mm.
Um, and don't be an ass on the road. Like, I know you're learning, but don't
You
go.
don't have the experience to
Yeah,
know and to be able to handle those situations. If you feel nervous, tell the driver you're with.
and then
Everyone involved would much rather you pull over and be safe than cause an accident and possibly way worse. So just be safe, because even if you're not involved in the accident, it is quite jarring if you're just enjoying a drive along the road and you see a very dangerous situation, and it can cause a lot of trauma for everyone involved. So
it's,
please just be safe.
it's like what my dad said. And if you play racing video games,
You will get this.
pardon me. Uh, no, I had a burp.
Yeah, I was trying to.
There we go, that was a burp. What my dad used to say, there is no redos in real life, or there is no second life. This
There's no
is
respawn.
no respawns. This is you only have one life.
Mm.
Like, when you get more experienced, like, don't speed or anything. But
Us laughing and speeding fines.
when you're more experienced, you know, you can, you know,
Do a bit more.
do a bit more because you're more experienced. But when you're learning,
Don't be a hero. Don't be a
don't push that line.
Mm.
Like,
yeah,
when you're more experienced, you can like nudge the line a bit, but don't go over the line. That line is there for your safety and for everyone else's safety as well. Like,
and we don't like having to put these kind of disclaimers in video, but for legal purposes and also because we're building a community here, we're car people, we feel the need to share this message, and we do so and will so advocate for being safe, but also having fun, and this is just part of that. So please be safe, please have fun, and you know what, if you made it through this entire video, we hope you enjoy learning to drive, and let us know down below what you're learning to drive in. Is it an auto, is it a manual? What kind of car are you learning in? We're always curious, we love
if it's a shitty Mitsubishi, and that's where I live.
I wasn't even insulting you, and you start insulting my car.
No, only your brand. It's like the Nike and Adidas shit.
At least I don't drive a Subaru. Aren't Subarus known for losing their head gaskets, and yet every Subaru you've ever owned has had every other single fucking problem in the world with it? Mic drop.
But not head gaskets.
Yeah, it's just so shitty that it broke everything else.
Ouch. Okay, so
You come for my car, I come for yours.
so be careful on the roads when you learn to drive.
Don't date a car guy.
Date a
I'm
car
kidding,
guy.
do it.
Do it, it's fun.
Only adults will get it.
I'm dating a car lady. So yeah, what I'm saying, be careful on the roads. Have fun learning to drive, and I hope you pass your test if you're testing, or your logbook thing. It's like my workmate. He's doing it. You should see. He's getting really excited because he's getting the stamps passed, and he's getting really excited.
Oh, I remember that.
And
they can only do a certain amount in each lesson.
And he's getting all his stamps done, and he's like, oh, I can't wait to get my car on the road. I can't wait to drive, because he's on his L's. He's getting his P's. So he's getting really excited.
I might hand my license in when he passes.
And when you get his P's,
Car meets.
pretty much. I'm just going.
Oh, we should do a behind the scenes of something the car meets. Because one of my friends started a group. We'll have to ask her permission, but we should do it.
You might see some car meets. You might. But yeah, okay.
We'll try.
So I'm gonna, cut it off here. I'm not here, but be safe.
Have fun.
Have fun.
Let us know what you're learning in. And yeah, let us know some stuff down below about future videos you would like to see from us and other 5 things you should know or do videos you would like us to cover. We do have one more planned video coming in this series, but we hope you guys enjoy it and we'll see you in the next one.
See you
Bye!
in the next one, peoples.
I see her rolling up.
People, internet, hello,
Hi.
internet. Um, so we're going to talk about
5 things you should know before you get your license. We have done this series, 5 things you should know before driving for the first time, 5 things you should know before buying your first car.
I totally forgot what we were filming, so you know.
5 things you should know before getting your license. So you won't actually believe the things that are on this list. So make sure to watch to the end to find out. And we will also have the previous videos in this series linked up above. I believe might be the last one we do. I feel like we said from the beginning it was going to be like a 3-part series,
Yeah, just a
unless
quick.
we ever think of more. But for now, 3-part series. So this is the finale. So stick around to the end and
This is all,
enjoy.
and this is all we could think of.
Yeah, literally. But it's good stuff. So yeah, stick around to the end to find out number one, because you won't believe what it is. By the way, we keep beginning to introduce ourselves. I'm Cheyenne. This is Corey.
Wop wop. So number one. Okay, so don't worry how you look when they take the photo. You
Chances
know,
are you're gonna look like crap. They have an
I
ugly filter on this thing.
I look like a fucking criminal. You look like you're done with life.
I am done with life, and you are a criminal. He
Smooth
has no criminal conviction yet. He's gonna slip up one day and do something stupid.
copyright. Smooth criminal.
But yeah,
Um,
like we never look our best, and I'm pretty sure actual mugshots look better.
my brother's mugshot looks like he just got out of the 90s and he just murdered someone.
You mean his driver's license?
What did I say?
You said mugshot.
Well, it looks like a mugshot. Just saying, it doesn't matter what shirt you or pants you wear.
They're not even gonna see.
You're not. It's not even like the
I dyed my
collar.
hair cool colors for my RSA license. They cut off the photo here. You don't even see the green in my hair.
Like
My manager came up with a great way for me in the future to get my hair color in.
the only thing you're gonna see is the collar.
Yeah.
Like you
So
don't.
maybe make sure you don't have any hickeys or bruises, and maybe to put a little bit of foundation on because you can look pretty pale there.
Yes.
But also make sure you take in all official documents with you, so you don't have to do multiple trips into Access Canberra, Services New South Wales, wherever the
Yeah.
fuck the
So
thing is where you live.
make sure it's right.
Yeah.
Is that
But
still number one? Make sure it's right, or is
yeah,
that number two?
that's number one. Also, please make sure that they do not fuck up your name. We had an experience with my mum where they apparently did not put her middle name down, and legally
It
they
was
were meant
just
to.
it was A.
No, they should put her first and last name. Didn't put the middle name. Didn't even put the initial.
Oh wow.
So she had to go in
Wow.
and get a new license just for that because they fucked up. So please make sure that everything is correct on that front. Save yourself some time, some headaches.
But in 5 years, you do if you're in Australia, you do have to take another photo in 5 years. So don't worry.
You're only
Everyone
stuck with it for 5 years.
everyone is
Looks horrible.
it looks horrible, and then but your parents or your friends, family, they're gonna make fun of you. Number two, your turn.
Okay, a license, and I know we're very lighthearted people. We joke about stuff, but we do have to keep it a little bit serious on this front. A license is not a get out of jail free card. It is not a path to be a dickhead and put others in danger. Literally, driving is a privilege, not a right. Privilege, not a right. Do not abuse that. Do not drink and drive. Don't do drugs and drive. Do not be a dickhead and put others
Text
in
and
danger.
drive.
Yeah. Um, like if you are nervous, if you need to look at something, you need to look at a map, or you need to get a hold of something, pull off to the side of the road and put your fucking hazards on. Do not put others in danger because chances are you will walk away from the accident unscathed and an innocent person is gonna die and their families
But yeah,
are gonna be shattered.
doesn't say about the other person.
It's always the innocent person that pays the price. So it's not a get out of jail free card or a pass be a dickhead. It is a privilege, not a right. Anyways,
Make sure you're aware
sorry, I'm a little bit sick.
you're aware of how long and how big your car you are driving. So
Yeah, so wide, length,
if you're driving
height.
a Hilux or a Sylvia, I'm just throwing cars out now. Holden, Commodore, Ford Falcon, you Falcon. Um, just make sure how long and if your car can fit into the car park without hitting another person's car or a
Or the
light post.
yeah. I mean, 'cause here's the thing. Once you get your your P's, you don't have another person in the car on the passenger side to tell you if you're getting too close. So just being aware that, and if you think a spot is a little bit awkward to get into, sometimes it is easier to reverse park into it, and that's because you're able to judge where everything is based on the driver's side.
And
You can't
if
always do that, but sometimes it is
and
easier.
if you think you're going to hit something,
You probably are.
don't try. Like
Yeah,
it's okay not to try and to find another spot. Like
yeah. Just
yeah,
walk that extra.
yeah, walk that extra minute. It doesn't a minute.
It
Jesus
might hurt if you have a
Christ.
health issue, but you know.
It would hurt if you don't have proper shoes. But
And
yeah, so
and
just be mindful of how big your car.
So yeah, another general rule of thumb that my mum actually taught me when I was learning to drive was if you're not sure of if your car is in the middle of your lane perfectly, if you look toward the front of your car and your headlight or typically the edge of the bonnet seems to like from this angle match up the lines on the road, you are most likely perfectly within your lane. And, you know, that's just a good rule that she taught me and I still follow it to this day. So I find that to be just a good general rule, and like I said, sometimes it is easier to reverse park into certain spots because, you know, it's not that you can gauge better on the driver's side if you're about to hit something, whereas on the passenger side, it's a little bit more awkward. Chances are, if you think you're gonna hit something, you probably are. And now on to number 4.
Yeah.
Okay, so number 4. This one's a good one that I feel you have a little bit more. Oh,
Okay.
I definitely have experience with this because of my ex, but I'm not getting into that because there's a whole fight going on.
Yes. That yeah, it's more personal life than internet life. But
I'm
so
happy to bring it to the internet.
people will take advantage of you. Not everyone,
A lot of people
but some people will because they don't have licenses or they just
don't have a car or can't be
yeah.
bothered or don't have the money and won't do anything to
So
change
they will use you
to get lift.
for a lift home or
A
so they
lift to the
don't
shop.
so they don't have to catch the bus or
Mm.
and it's like okay.
There's a difference between helping a friend and using someone.
Yeah. So
And
if you help a friend they go, "Oh, I'll give you fuel money." You know, that's helping a friend out
yeah.
because they're giving you
Or
fuel.
if they go, oh, you give me a lift home today and tomorrow I'll shout your lunch. Something like
Yeah,
that.
because they're repaying you for
Yeah.
a thing you've
Yeah.
done.
Or, if they've done something nice for you and they're kind of cashing in that favor, that's okay. It's
Yeah,
just, if you, and there's some ways that you can generally tell if people are using
but
you. What was one way you notice people, what's something you notice that people do if, when they wanted to live from you and they were using you for that?
like it was so I was like, "Oh yeah, I'll go to Hungry Jack's. I'll just take my car." The boys would go, "Oh yeah, let's go get in the car." And then I'll just go, "Okay, I'm going home." Because, I finished class.
Yeah,
And all the boys were like,
everyone had
you
their
know,
driver's license when they're in college.
yeah. The
Here,
boy two of the boys had their license, two of them didn't. So the boys
you used to all pile into one car.
used to pile in one car. Like Yeah, but they still had class. I didn't. So I was like, "Okay, boys, I'm
Yeah.
gonna I'm gonna go home." And they're like, "Oh, can you drop us off?" And it's like,
Nah.
"No, because I gotta go do shit and then go home." And they're like, "Oh, you're going past school anyways, just drop us off." And it's like,
I'm going nowhere near the school,
"Dude,
asshole.
I'm going to the mall that it's in the opposite direction. Literally, you guys can walk."
Yeah, because
But
our college was so close to the mall that I used to walk there multiple times a day.
so pretty much, I caved in and went, "Fine, I'll take you to school."
I laugh, but I used to do that with my siblings. I used to take them to school.
But
But
they
I loved doing that.
but they didn't care, and they took forever getting out of Hungry Jack's, and I was like, "Boys,
I need to go.
are you coming, or I'm just gonna leave your ass?" And "Oh, yeah, yeah, we're coming." So they took their sweet ass time. I took them to school, and I was like, "Never again."
Mm,
Like, if I have to do shit, I'm just gonna
yeah,
leave. I don't give two flying hecks. But
yeah.
they did it, like, once and twice, and then that's when I was like, "You know
No,
what? No, I don't care." So
just like I'm about and go before they say anything.
so we did it again, like, took my car, piled into the wagon, went to go get lunch, got lunch, and I was like, "Boys, my class just got flexed. I'm
I'm
out.
going.
I'm out. Peace." And they're like, "Oh, can you take us to school?" I'm like, "No.
I'm going up towards work, which is the opposite
I'm
direction. Walk.
going I'm literally going to work."
Because
And
his work is also close to where our college was.
yeah,
You used to walk up there on a Friday afternoon if your mum wasn't coming and picking you up. I
yeah,
remember because you
so
used to walk up to the mall with me occasionally.
yeah, because I, like, had, like, a minute or something or a couple of
Well, it
minutes
was
to
in the same
spare.
direction,
Yeah.
basically, and they were the only time you could talk to me when my head wasn't around.
Yeah, so yeah, that was just
Yeah, that was how you noticed.
unnoticed.
But yeah, I
Fun.
noticed that people just try and guilt trip me into it, and they'd be like, "Oh, but we have no way of getting home." It's like,
You
you
should
normally
have
catch the
thought of
bus
that.
in, catch the bus out, and like they'd be like, so generally you can tell if people are hanging around you or they're constantly saying, "Oh, I don't have a way to get home. I wonder how I'm gonna get home," and you notice it a lot, then that's probably what is going on.
Don't give in.
I mean, give him once or twice. Don't let them walk all over you. It just because someone doesn't have their license,
Does not mean they can use you.
walk all over. But
Yes, that was number 4, was it?
yeah, sorry, my laptop started dying, which is what I'm filming on. Oh god, videos. That means that's drama.
Number 5.
Please get your license. Even if you don't own a vehicle yet or don't plan to own one for a while, it is actually extremely beneficial to have a license. Could say you go out drinking with your friends and you end up not drinking and they make you the deso driver. If you have your license and you know how to drive, you can at least drive everyone home
It
safely.
does happen.
Yeah, especially in our friend group. And also, the other point is for a point of ID, it is really beneficial to have your driver's license because on most official government forms, your driver's license, I think, makes up like 50, 70 of the points
It's like
that you need out of the
66.
100 or more points of
It's
ID.
60 to 50. It
Yeah,
works out.
and then you need a Medicare card or something else. So point of ID and also the most important thing is future employment. You may not have a job or you might just have gotten a job, but a lot of places will find you more favorable to employ if you have a mode of transport to and from work, especially if that is you driving yourself, because that shows that you have initiative, that you will take charge and get things done, but also that you can work maybe different shifts to what people relying on others will need. So it is actually extremely beneficial to get your license, and that is number 5. So the main point you wouldn't believe, please get your license. Like it is just beneficial all around, in our opinion. But yeah, so points covered in this video. Don't worry about how you look in the photo. Chances are you probably won't look the best. None of us do. Don't use it to get out of jail free card or a free pass to be a dickhead. It's a privilege, not a right. Number 3, please make sure you are aware of how big the vehicle or small the vehicle you are driving or reversing is, just for safety reasons. You don't have someone else helping you. And 4, people will take advantage of you. Not all of them, but some of them will. You just need to know the signs and know how to deal with the situation. And obviously, the last one we just mentioned, which was please get your license. It's beneficial. Yeah.
Word.
And we might need to go and refilm our Bunby story time. Hopefully not, but I don't think I saved it properly. So he's probably getting sick of talking, but we will see you in the next one. Bye, guys.
See you later.